Today marks a special event on the island. The beginning of an annual event that spans millions of years. Mating season. In this event, the males of the island engage with each other to vie for the affections of the females. These two triceratops are doing exactly that. This younger male is challenging the leader of a group of triceratops for his right to mate. Nearby is Todd. He watches intently as the two males clash. But as the fighting continues, one of the group's females approaches Todd. If Todd wants a mate, he will have to fight for one. The two size each other up and lock horns. Though it may seem Todd is outmatched. He has one clear advantage. The older male used all of his energy against the intruder earlier. Todd has won the battle. He is now the new leader of this small group. Now with his new status, Todd's future is looking bright. Further into the island, Malachite is also looking for a mate. He has been making these calls for a few hours now, hoping to attract a female. Normally, male Tyrannosaurus would have a bright, colourful plumage, useful for the mating season. However, due to the stress of his injury, Malachite's feathers have fallen out. Without his feathery plumage, it will be difficult to fully attract a female. It appears his call has worked. As he comes into a clearing, he spots her. As large as him, 40 feet from nose to tail, she is in peak mating condition. But Malachite still needs to be wary. One wrong move, and she will have his head. literally. He approaches her, rumbling soothingly. This is part of his display of affection for her. She responds the same way, rumbling soothingly. Next, he rubs his tail along her flanks. Another sign of affection. She turns to him. It appears she isn't sure. However, after a few moments, they gently nudge each other. It appears his display has worked. The two depart, now a pair. It has been a few days, and on the plains, a male Dilophosaurus is on the prowl. He crouches low. As a Psittacosaurus browses on the plant matter. He has successfully killed the Psittacosaurus. But this corpse is not for him. As he approaches the shade of the trees, it is here we see his intended target. Daisy. She is resting under the shade of the trees. It appears Daisy is not interested. This male has his work cut out for him. Chasing after her is probably not the best idea. It is a few weeks later, and mating season is almost over. The last creatures who are left to mate must fight for their last chance of having the next generation. Alice is one of these animals. While it is normal that the males seek out females, it is the reverse for Allosaurus. It is unknown why, but it seems to have benefited them over millions of years on Prehistoric Island. For a suitable mate, Alice must find a scent trail of a male. If they are in peak condition, she can tell via the pheromones secreted. She has picked up a male's scent, but she is dangerously on the borders of his territory. She must be wary. Even she is vulnerable to an aggressive male in the breeding season. It appears she has found him. This is Greyskull, the dominant male Allosaurus of the island. 10 meters long, 3 meters tall, and 2.5 tons in weight, and in perfect breeding condition for Alice. He is intrigued. Sensing the air, he can tell she is ready for mating. He inspects her, sniffing and rubbing his body along hers. He shows off his crests, a sign of acceptance. Alice is permitted to stay with Greyskull. Her new pack is slowly forming. As the mating season draws to a close, the animals are beginning to calm down. But now begins the next stage of parenthood: nest sitting.